This is how fast my son was swinging his wood bat before we started his 3-month off-season power plan. And this is how fast he's swinging it now. He's up almost 5 miles an hour in 3 months. Now, this is something I've done with him every single year since he was the age of 10. And every single year, we've averaged 5 to 7 miles an hour of bat speed gains. And if you didn't know, every mile an hour of bat speed that you can help a kid add to their swing will add 6 feet to how far they can hit the ball. But every year that I do this, it gets a little harder and harder because there's less and less mechanical inefficiencies to correct, right? So here are 3 big lessons that I learned this year that we've added to what we do that were a big part of helping us to continue to build up his power. Lesson number 1. Every single year, we build a power routine to train power in each of the 4 main phases of the swing. And this off-season's focus had been how to load his pelvis better, how to decelerate his pelvis, the most efficient way to load his front shoulder, because he's a right-handed thrower who hits left, so his top arm is not his dominant one, and how hard his lead leg can block into the ground. So this year, to help us continue to try to add on another great off-season of bat speed, we added in something that I call primers. So primers are things that really help the athlete feel the right move a little bit better. It took a lot of trial and error to find all of these for all the different types of leaks a kid has in their swing, but we do have them now. And what happens if we have the kid do the drill where they feel what we want them to feel before they actually do a hitting drill, when they go into the hitting drill and we measure it, like, they get way, way better. We can actually see the bat speed numbers going up when they try to feel the feeling that priming movement gave them versus just telling them what we want them to try. So that's a big takeaway. Lesson number 2 is more strength in the weight room does not always translate to more power at the plate. So for example, when we're trying to create more ground reaction force in his lead leg, even though his deadlifts were going up and his reverse lunges were going up, it wasn't translating to more force getting put into the ground with that leg. But by adding in a variety of vertical jumping and horizontal jumping workouts, we were able to increase how hard he knows how to fire or can fire his lead leg into the ground. And because he's a 6'2" white guy with no hops, this was a big area of gains that we were able to see. It was low-hanging fruit. And then lesson number 3 was that I needed to stop thinking of the swing as not just mechanics that had to be right and tissues that had to get stronger or more springy, but instead look at upgrading the body's central nervous system so that it was actually telling his body to move faster. There are different ways to do this, but one that we started incorporating was top speed sprinting days, because sprinting is the best exercise for stimulating the whole entire nervous system and training the body to move faster as a whole. And what we did to help really track this is we used GPS trackers to actually track my son's top running speeds. It's a little vest you wear and you can know how well every single workout is going to make sure that the nervous system is actually getting faster. So those were 3 tweaks to his training that were a big part of helping us be able to help him have another big bump in bat speeds this offseason so that hopefully next year he can end up doing a lot more of this.
Nice shot, Jimmy!